Hey there everyone, welcome back to the North French coast. And this is the Caliber missile. So, what we're doing today is something a little bit different. This is the Left Point like it's 1939 attacking over London. Now, as you can see, with the weapons that are taking off from here at the moment are the Calibers. They are taking off from their launchers right now. And they are on their way to attack London. Now, my idea for this was, in a hypothetical situation where obviously these guys have launched, but the ballistic missiles are basically waiting so that they impact at the same time, could these guys start firing? Basically, have effective counter battery fire from this. That's right. It's an M270 Gimlers. Well, sorry, it's an M270 with ground launch small diameter bombs. That's the one. Oh, they're elevating. Now, what we'll do is we'll just say, well, to be fair, the missiles need to be crossing the English coast, so they've got a minute. Got Aster 30s, Aster 30s coming in to flank the missiles. Type 45 is doing a great job as always. It's defending itself primarily though from the two Onyxes that are flying at it at very low level. Sending down at like Mach 3. There we go. SDBs are on the way. Now, let's quickly check the loadout for these guys. They've got break. They've only fired 2 each. Good. What we'll do is go add a target. Zap, engage. And we'll add a second target once they finish firing at that, which will be the Iskander Mikes. I just realised the Iskander Mikes are going to fire regardless because they've not been counter fired on, but yeah. Wow, look at the amount of missiles on the way here. Got clusters launching out of these at the moment. And you see there's still a few in there. Now the interesting thing is this is entirely plausible as the British Army does have M270s. And in a scenario where, you know, enemy at the gate sort of thing, you want something like this that can actually, you know, interdict things that are on the other side of the channel. Interestingly, Type 45, okay, it's now starting to engage missiles there. However, this Onyx is coming for him. Very low, so probably below the horizon for radars. Wow, we can sit inside the missile. Right, what I'll do is we'll now pretend that it's now time for the Iskander Mikes to launch. So we'll add targets. Start firing. Iskander Mike. Basically, if the missiles start hitting home, we'll just think a couple of that, why not? Before the the GLCMs. So if the glide bombs start hitting home before the sorry, let's try that again. I can't speak today. If the GLSDBs start hitting home before these things start launching wholesale, which it looks like they are, break. So I did put a Tor sight here. Is the Tor doing anything? It's ready to fire. Kaboom. Pause. F10. Let's see the rounds that are coming in here. These things are in very close formation. Uh-oh. It's a bad day to be a Russian. It is a bad day to be a Russian. Now, I'm going to argue I don't think splash damage is properly modelled in DCS, but there you go. Oh, see, I got a couple of these off, but I would argue that if they wanted a time on target attack, then they've still missed. But that's just me. Also, look at that! He's chasing him! So much to watch. So much to watch. Yeah, I mean, if you look, they've all got off here. But, you know what? It's the one attack they're going to perpetrate against London. 4,000 knots indicated. Wow. This is real-time speed, by the way. This isn't sped up at all. Pause. F6. Again, my argument here would be that would secondary and they would all have exploded by now. That is just my opinion on this. So my opinion here is, if the Russians had actually wanted a true time on target attack... Oh wow, okay, break. Tor's launched missiles. This is a Tor launched missile. I'm a Tor launched missile. Bam. Bear in mind, guys, the Tor has only got a finite number of missiles they can launch when it's rearming. But it's probably going to be enough to defend the rest of that attack. Yep, pretty much is. That's a lot of missiles coming in at set. Whoa, okay, because that's hypersonics going in. So there's very few cruise missiles have actually made it over the coast. They're quite a low level, but wow, look at those columns. Those kerosene trails. That is crazy. Yeah, well out of range for C-Ram to do anything about them. I put a C-Ram site there just in case I decided to be particularly sadistic. However, what we can do is say... Hopefully he'll start shooting his gun at them. I wonder how these are fired. They've got a... Oh, controlled, sorry. See, if I destroyed the radar, would these things still be able to guide? That's a really good question. And that is a question for the next video. Because, you know, in theory, if you fire one of these from, you know, because they've got like max range like 200 odd miles or something, right? So if you fire one from 200 miles away, also, how did we do? How's London doing right now? No. Zap, zap, zap. Okay, so we've got some impact marks, but to be fair, that's... Okay, wow. Central London over there is not done too well. Neither has the battery over here. Oh, that's just the launcher trials. Interesting. Yeah, I tried to sort of simulate where I think the missiles would be. And London's got a lot of parks. Parks are you know, you'd probably level the trees. But you've got now got a brilliant place to put your air defence missiles. So there's always that. These are calibers now flying at very low level over southern England, just transonic. Now, in my opinion, even if these don't impact, this is a very good, you know, if these get shot down, these are a brilliant psychological weapon. It's really bloody loud. If you're down here, you see, you know, you hear one shooting past, you know, there's no escaping the fact that there is a war on. As they would say in Dad's Army. But there is a war on, you know. Yeah, this one is probably going to get nailed on its final approaches. You know what? Stuff though. Let's have some fun here. F10. So this is one that's attacking this site here. Did I put a C-Ram here? No, I didn't. That's not great. I mean, NASAMS 3, unless it's being broken again. Yeah, it's being broken again. Great. I can't tell it to do anything, can I? No. Okay, why don't we just do this? Jump in this. Combine arms. You want to face south? This demonstrates, though, doesn't it, how difficult this is to target. So target is brake, bearing. 170. Well, 159, 186. For 1.86. Oh wow, something got it. Wonder what that was. Well, we can ride another weapon. Just see what engages it. Okay, this time we should definitely be able to fire. So, let's get into one of the trucks. Hello? Okay, that's the problem. Because of the positioning, that's blanked. Oh, brake. IRST is launched halfway across downtown London. Shows how small London is. This launcher site is over by Buck House. I mean, we're basically in Docklands here. Bam! Uh-oh. Might be a bad day to be C-Ram. Bonk! Not sure which park they targeted, but that is the attack over. So there you have it. So, overall, could you counter artillery fire? In my opinion, right, here's the thing. The weapon I used was the GLSD Beaver round for this. So, if I do a quick little M270 wiki, MLRS, so, sorry, I'm just quickly checking my, yes, so so basically M26A1 ER rocket, which, yeah, so 28 miles is the best chance for to shoot with those. Those are multiple, basically cluster munitions, okay? 28 miles could we have made it? I genuinely don't know this distance. Wow, okay, so we couldn't. So 28 miles, so we could plink something there. So if it was the narrowest part of the channel here, which to be fair would be a sensible place to launch missiles from because, maximum energy, all that kind of good stuff, then yes, a cluster munition would have worked. But actually, given the attack profile we had, yeah, I think we did as well as we could have expected to do here. But it just goes to show, that the things like artillery, especially when the war's quite compact like this, where it's less than, sort of, what's the distance of flight here? Total distance, 107 miles, which 104 miles. That says something, 104 miles. I always think the southeast of England being much bigger than it is, but it just goes to show, 110 miles, let's call it amongst friends. But still, that is okay. Let's go full, yeah, 110 miles exactly, pretty much 108 miles. But still, that is not a massive battlefield. And actually, the fact that you can sort of do counter artillery stuff with these guys now, because these guys have fired, their positions have been pinpointed, and they can probably look forward to some. No, remove target. What I'm going to do is just say set path. I want to go hide. Well, we're going to basically just drive into Eastbourne. So zap. No, 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 no. Okay, we'll go. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do that. Speed of that. It's a shame that you can't actually program that drive along the road, but basically they'd now run away because this area is about to be annihilated. They can go and probably hide in those trees back there. Well, not this first row, but a couple of rows back of trees. Go hide there. Wait for it all to blow over, and then come back out. I guess to end that video, all I'm going to do is do a little bit of fireworks. There you have it, folks. Thanks for watching. See you later. As I roll back down a mountain. Bye! How do I stop this thing?